So we're all getting a little bit more environmentally conscious. As anglers, I would hope we are anyway. And I'm starting to feel a little bit guilty about taking trips up and down the motorway just to basically service my addiction to angling. And I've started pulling my radius in quite a bit, so where I'd be travelling like an hour to do a 3 or 4 hour fishing session, an hour and back, I'm pulling it in now to more like 20 minutes driving for a 2 or 3 hour session. I tend to fit in a lot of short sessions here and there anyway, so when you're doing that it doesn't seem to make much sense driving for an hour, fishing for an hour, then driving home again for an hour. And of course you've got to think about the cost of the environment and what it's doing for our children and our grandchildren's world. So I've started fishing local waters on a bike, which has taken a bit of adjustment. So one thing that bothers me about having fishing tackle on a bike, especially long rods, is the risk of falling off and breaking it. Plus the risk of breaking your own limbs, but they heal, a fishing rod doesn't. I suppose you could try and ride with one hand on the handlebars and let the other holding your rod like when we were kids, but obviously if you're going on roads, very dangerous. So this is what I've come up with, and it's basically an aluminium gutter tube, or a scrap piece of one, and I've cut a slot in the end here, which you can see, smoothly filed off so that it doesn't damage any of my tackle. And basically slide the whole assembled rod into that and push it right up to there. Now with a fly rod that fits in quite easily, the whole thing in the tube. With a bait fishing rod, spinning rod or coarse rod, it's a bit more problematic, but fortunately this old boy that I use quite a lot, my favourite coarse rod, it's the 12-foot float rod, quite a vintage one, and the centre pin reel. All I do is, since it's on non-fixed, it's not a fixed reel seat position, they're just loose rings, move that back as if it was like a fly rod, and the whole thing fits in, ready assembled, ready to go, float on, line threaded, hook on even, for these short sessions where every wasted minute counts. And the landing net will also clamp onto this by dint of one of these tarpaulin straps. And what I do is put the landing net, the first strap there, now that holds the top of the landing net on, as you can see, and it also traps that reel in place to stop it jumping out. I'll put another one further down here, and that's the whole thing ready to sling across my shoulder. And it's a sort of Heath Robinson arrangement of bungee straps, but once that's on your shoulder, basically your hands free for riding your bike, and you've got both hands free for the brakes. Okay, so this is the minimal kit we've got, which is landing net, rod, which I can sling across my shoulder from the bike, and a backpack with a bit of bait and odds and ends of tackle in, with an unhooking mat which I can also sit on, saves me traipsing about with a seat, and then my trusty steed to get me there.
Well, I got everything right here that'll make
found the bread. Looks like a nice roach. It is funny. Stunning little redfin. Lovely chunky one. Absolutely beautiful. Let's get him back. That feels a bit lively. I think that might be a trout. After I said about trout not taking the oh yeah, nice something silver. There we go. It's the dice. It is. It's the dice. Just little dice. Look at that. Oh, that's the first dice I've caught on this swim. Nice funny one. Well, if you've managed to get this far into the video, thanks very much for watching, and I hope I've just shown that it is possible to find some really good sport right on your doorstep, either by walking or a fairly short cycle ride. Just takes that bit of imagination and a little bit of research to the venues that are close by. Mostly urban ones in my case, but still great fun. If you've enjoyed the content, please subscribe, share and make a little comment just to basically help me out. I like to know whether I'm on the right lines or not with the way I'm presenting this stuff, and that'd be great. Okay, so please join me for the next bit of an adventure, and until then, I'll see you. Good luck.